Oh, I'm gonna regret watching this movie. Hi guys, welcome to LTM Reviews, where I get you caught up on the oldest movies. Let's talk about Dumb and Dumber When Harry Met Lloyd. So, in this movie, Harry and Lloyd, this is a prequel to Dumb and Dumber 1 and Dumb and Dumber 2, which came out after this movie. Yeah, even though this one's a prequel. And it talks about how Harry and Lloyd met in the 80s back in high school and had to deal with their mean principal and outcasts that are pretty much like them, that are pretty much like them. But it's just so boring. The thing with Dumb and Dumber is that the charm of what made him so great was the chemistry between the two main characters, and I do like the substance that became that was with Harry and Lloyd. This movie didn't have much substance. The humor is not funny. It's not charming. It's just disgusting, forgettable, and just bland. The characters, although could have had potential to be in a prequel like this, completely unoriginal. And much like the characters, the premise and the concept of a high school movie has just been done to death, that we already know what it's like. I mean, I've seen bad high school movies, and there are some good ones that I'm not really a fan of, and there are some good ones, really good ones. But this one just isn't one of them. I guess the acting's decent. I mean, Harry and Lloyd are not too annoying in this movie, but but still, they're not that interesting in this movie, and they're not as charming as what Jim Carrey and Jeff Daniels did in the first two movies. I'll be honest, I'm not a fan of the second movie, but at least it had some charm of what made the original Dumb and Dumber so great. This one just felt like a lazy cash grab attempt to bring back these characters. And while I haven't seen any of the other stuff, like the cartoon and stuff, I will admit this is not the best adaptation of these guys. Overall, it's Dumb and Dumber When Harry Met Lloyd is just an obvious cash-in to a very popular movie back in the 90s, and just didn't need to exist. I mean, it could have had potential. I'd like to see how these two met and stuff like that, since they had great chemistry in the first movie. And although I'm not a fan of the second movie, they got more deeper into them. But other than that, Harry Met Lloyd just felt like it's just forgettable. You don't really care much in this movie. Now, if you like this movie, that's fine. I completely understand you guys. It's just, I don't know. For me, I grew up in the early 2000s, and this is my introduction to Dumb and Dumber. So, yeah, I'm not a fan of this movie. But if you do, that's fine. I completely understand. But for me, I'm just not going to be. I would stick to the first one, or maybe the second one. I might review the second one in the future. But other than that, I definitely give it a recommend. Overall score, I give it a 3 out of 10. It's just a really boring, forgettable, and bland movie. If you like high school movies, I guess, then since you'll know all the cliches and stuff like that in it, you'll probably get into it. But if you're a Dumb and Dumber fan, or if you're like me, just an average moviegoer or film critic, you're not going to get into this movie at all. But if you do, that's fine. Like I said, opinions are opinions. We love what we love, and we hate what we hate. But I say just stay away from it. Alright guys, that's all for Dumb and Dumber When Harry Met Lloyd. I hope y'all enjoy this review. What am I going to do next time? Well, I was thinking about that recently, and I've already done my Avengers movie, and I got to see Endgame, which was awesome. And now that I'm done with Avengers, I was thinking about another movie coming out this summer, and that I'm actually looking forward to, and that's Toy Story 4. And I think it made sense for me to go ahead and do a Toy Story trilogy review. But then I thought about it a little bit, and I said, there's another movie I'm looking for. There's actually 2 or 3 movies I'm looking forward to this summer. One of them's Toy Story 4, Spider-Man Far From Home, and the Lion King remake. And you know what? I should do either a Toy Story trilogy, a review of Spider-Man Homecoming, or the original Lion King movie. Which one should I do? One of those 3. Comment below. Let me know. Should I do a Toy Story trilogy, Spider-Man Homecoming review, or the original Lion King review? Which one of these? Please subscribe, comment below, let me know. Hope you all enjoy this review. This is LTM signing out. And if you'll excuse me, I need to go take a shower.
see him?
What's he doing?
He's just standing there, menacingly.
We painted the whole house, and without getting a drop of paint on anything but the flop and blossom. What's that?
キラークイーン第3の爆弾バイツァーダスト。見えているのはそれだ。キラークイーン第3の爆弾のスイッチもすでに作動している。